Hi, it's Nick Ray with the Peoria Riverfront Museum. I'm going to show you how to make the world's simplest motor using just a powerful neodymium magnet, a AA battery, a copper wire, a bolt, and a screw. All right, to make the screw spin, we're going to attach the screw to the magnet, and the screw becomes magnetized, so we can now attach it to the metal on the battery. And then we're going to complete an electric circuit by touching the copper wire and holding it to the metal on top of the battery, touching it to the metal on the magnet, and the screw starts spinning around. Now, to make the screw spin in the opposite direction, we can either flip the battery over, switch the positive and negative ends, or turn the magnet over, switch the north and south ends of the magnet. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the battery around. And now when I reconnect the circuit, the screw spins in the other direction. Now to make the battery spin, I've got the magnet attached to the battery, to the negative end of the battery. The positive end, which has the bump on it, is attached to the bolt, which are both magnetized by the magnet. And it's a little hard to keep them stuck together. You might need to practice that a little bit, but once they are, you can complete the circuit by touching the copper wire to the metal bolt and to the magnet at the bottom. And then the battery starts spinning around. Like I said, it's hard to hold it, but with some practice, you can get it to stay up there. Now, to make the battery spin backwards, you can either flip the battery around, except we need that positive bump attached to the bolt, so we can't really do that. Or we can switch the magnet around and switch the north and south, which is what I've done. I've flipped the magnet so that north and south are reversed. Now I'll complete the circuit by touching the copper wire, and there it spins again, and it's just barely holding on so it falls off. All right, now to make the copper wire spin, we're going to attach the magnet to one end of the battery, and then it's a little tricky. You've got to spend some time bending the copper wire to try to make it so that it can balance on the battery, touching the metal on top of the battery, and also two ends touching opposite sides of the metal of the magnet. And if you get it just right, and again, it takes a lot of practice and tries, you can set that on top of the battery, and then the circuit goes through the copper wire, the magnet, and the battery, and you get a spinning copper wire. And to get it to spin in the other direction, again, we can just either flip the battery or the magnet. I'll flip the magnet, and we'll put the copper wire back on. Spins the other way. In that case, it's spinning pretty fast. So good luck getting your motors to work. It's the simplest motor in the world, a homopolar motor, and it was discovered by Michael Faraday 200 years ago, back in 1821.